The multitasking myth. Is juggling tasks good for everyone? In our hyper-connected, fast-paced world, the ability to multitask is often seen as a vital skill. We answer emails during a video conference, text a friend while watching a movie, and plan our dinner while listening to a podcast. The image of a busy professional effortlessly juggling multiple projects at once is often celebrated as the peak of productivity. But is this constant juggling act truly effective? Or are we sacrificing quality and well-being for the mere appearance of being busy? The answer, for most people, is that multitasking is not the superpower we believe it to be. What happens in the brain when we multitask? To understand why multitasking is often inefficient, we first need to understand what it actually is. Contrary to popular belief, our brains do not perform two complex tasks simultaneously. When we think we are multitasking, we are actually engaging in something called task switching. Our brain is rapidly shifting its focus and attention from one task to another. Imagine a chef in a kitchen trying to cook two complicated dishes at the same time. They chop vegetables for one, then quickly turn to stir a sauce for the other, then rush back to check the oven. While they might eventually finish both dishes, each time they switch their attention, there is a brief moment of reorientation. This mental pause is what neuroscientists call the switch cost. This cost might seem tiny, just a fraction of a second, but it adds up significantly over time. Each switch disrupts our concentration, breaks our flow, and forces our brain to work harder to get back on track. The prefrontal cortex, the part of our brain responsible for executive functions like planning and decision-making, becomes overloaded. As a result, we end up taking longer to complete the tasks and are far more likely to make mistakes than if we had simply focused on one thing at a time. The allure and hidden dangers of juggling. If multitasking is so inefficient, why do we continue to do it? Part of the appeal is psychological. In a culture that values being busy, juggling multiple tasks can make us feel more productive and important. Completing several small parts of different tasks provides a steady stream of minor accomplishments, which can be emotionally rewarding. We get a small burst of satisfaction from sending an email or replying to a message, even if it comes at the expense of the more important project we were working on. However, the hidden costs are substantial. Research consistently shows that heavy multitasking can lead to several negative outcomes. Reduced productivity. Studies have found that task switching can reduce productivity by as much as 40%. The time lost to constant refocusing means that two tasks completed simultaneously can take significantly longer than if they were done one after the other. Increased errors. When our attention is divided, our ability to notice details plummets. This can lead to simple mistakes like typos in an important email or more serious errors in jobs that require high levels of concentration, such as accounting or medicine. Higher stress levels. The constant mental juggling act is mentally exhausting. It can increase the production of the stress hormone cortisol, leading to feelings of anxiety, mental fog, and eventually burnout. We end up feeling tired and overwhelmed without having accomplished as much as we had hoped. Impaired memory and creativity. Deep thinking, creative problem solving, and the formation of long-term memories all require sustained focus. When we are constantly interrupting our train of thought, we prevent our brain from processing information deeply. This makes it harder to learn new skills, retain information, and come up with innovative ideas. Are there any supertaskers? You might know someone who claims to be an excellent multitasker. While most people's performance suffers when they multitask, researchers have identified a tiny fraction of the population, around 2%, who are genuine supertaskers. These individuals can actually perform two demanding tasks at once without a significant drop in performance. Their brains appear to be wired differently, allowing them to manage their attention with extraordinary efficiency. For the other 98% of us, however, the belief that we are good at multitasking is usually an illusion. In fact, studies have shown that the people who multitask the most and believe they are the best at it are often the ones whose performance suffers the most. They have become so accustomed to a state of divided attention that they are less able to filter out irrelevant information and focus on what truly matters. Many of us apply a simple heuristic or a mental shortcut when deciding to take on another task. We quickly judge our own capacity and think, I can handle this, without fully appreciating the cognitive load involved. This flawed heuristic is why we often find ourselves overwhelmed, having overestimated our ability to divide our attention effectively. Finding a better way, strategies for a focused mind. If multitasking isn't the answer, what is? The alternative is to embrace its opposite, single tasking, also known as monotasking. This means dedicating your full attention to one task for a set period. It might feel unnatural at first in our distraction-filled world, but it is the key to producing high-quality work and reducing stress. Here are some practical strategies to help you move away from multitasking and toward deeper focus. The Pomodoro technique. This popular time management method involves breaking your work into focused 25-minute intervals separated by short breaks. During each interval, or Pomodoro, you commit to working on only one task, ignoring all distractions. This technique helps train your brain to maintain focus and prevents mental fatigue. Time blocking. Instead of working from a simple to-do list, schedule specific blocks of time in your calendar for specific tasks. For example, you might block out 9 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. for Write Project Report. This protects your time and creates a clear commitment to focus on that single activity. Task batching. Group similar, small tasks together and complete them in one go. For instance, instead of answering emails as they arrive throughout the day, set aside 2 specific times, one in the morning and one in the afternoon, to process your entire inbox. This minimizes the switch cost associated with moving between different kinds of work, like writing, emailing, and making calls. Manage your environment. Create a workspace that encourages focus. Turn off non-essential notifications on your phone and computer. Close unnecessary browser tabs. If you work in a noisy office, consider using noise-canceling headphones. By reducing external distractions, you make it easier for your brain to stay on task. Ultimately, the goal is not to be busy, but to be effective. While multitasking may be appropriate for simple, automatic activities like listening to music while jogging, it is a significant barrier to success when it comes to complex and important work. By understanding its limitations and adopting strategies that promote deep focus, we can achieve more, produce better results, and protect our mental well-being in the process. Thank you for watching. Stay safe.